here tonight.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vukovich. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's a 1-2 in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, we've got Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Mo Harkless. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
It's hauled in by Zubac. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
Now, here's Vukovich. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Down low. And there's Fultz on the assist by Vukovich.
Well, make no mistake, Markelle Fultz, because of his athletic burst, can score on the interior. That's nicely done.
And George kicks to Zubac. Outside Leonard. Goes up on the high post. Nice jump shot. Good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Fultz. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Clock at 6 for 3. Fournier. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Beverley looking around. And there's the pass to George. Shoots over Fournier. Here's Zubac. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Fultz. The Clippers getting the bucket. Pass to a 1-2. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Here's Fultz. And not sure what he was thinking there.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Now Beverley. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Feeds to Harkless. That shot misses. So Orlando will take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
They just got overwhelmed. We knew that game was going to be a tough one for them, and we were right.
Sometimes it's about the talent disparity, and it would have taken a massive effort for them to even be competitive, and it was nothing close to that.
And Beverley, not a volume playmaker, but he always makes smart decisions with the basketball.
Fultz with the ball. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And it's Vukovich missing.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. About this time of the year, we hear early talk. The Clippers third.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Fournier against George. Outside Fournier. Can they get it? And the rejection by Zubac. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, Greg, you want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Now, here's Fultz. Here's Vukovich. No good with the fallback jumper.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Beverley. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Fultz. Fournier against George. Fournier passes to Gordon. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Fournier against George. He kicks it to Harkless. Inside. And that one's good. Beverly.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The Magic trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Fultz. Fournier for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Beverly dishes to George. Now here's Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's George finishing it off.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Fultz. Here's Vukovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Let's remember we're talking about a fundamentally sound player. Nikola Vukovich gifted at fooling defenders with that pump fake.
The Magic shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. That free throw, no good. 7 feet, 260 pounds. Vukovich has a big, strong body with great footwork inside doors, but he doesn't shoot a lot of free throws.
He doesn't, Kevin, and he can struggle at times to finish through contact. If he were a better leaper, I think he'd get to the line more. This guy is just so smart and elusive with his footwork. So this is a big-time player now, make no mistake.
Good on the second free throw.
What you love about Nikola Vukovich is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
Now, here is George. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Misses from short range.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Ross. True on the 14-footer.
When the mid-range is working for Terrence Ross, he's going to create problems. It's just a matter of can he do it consistently, Kev.
Here's Beverly. Leonard draws the double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. So it's the Clippers now. Harkless the pass to Leonard. Vukovich with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, the size is there, but the vertical is what really is eye-popping with Aaron Gordon.
And here's Beverly. Outside, George. Shaves over Fournier. Almost, but it rolls out.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder should he have moved it just one pass more.
Now Fultz. And finished off by Fultz.
Well, this is what's evolving over time, right? Markelle Fultz running the pick and roll, such a precise play.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 3-point lead. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Fultz kicks to Gordon. Vukovich with it. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, the length of Paul George, creating opportunities for his team. He covers an awful lot of ground with that wingspan.
Now here's Fultz, defended by Beverly. Gordon trying to break loose. And there's Fultz on the assist from Ross. Fultz has got 6.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's George, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Now here's Fultz. He has 6. Beverly up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Passes to Ross. The 3 hits the three-point bomb. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
Harrell, the pass to Beverly. And here's Leonard. Outside, George. The pass to Harrell. Harkless on the wing. Defended by Gordon. And it's George missing. The Magic trail by 6. Here's Fultz. Pass to Vukovich. Again, the Magic score.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, obviously a rough start to the course.
Rodney McGruder comes in for Leonard. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverly. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Ken Burge is checked in for Vukovich. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Gordon. Frazier, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. The Magic trail by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Augustine. His last 10 games, he's putting up 13 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now, here's Shamet. 3-pointer. Birch grabs the board. 1:14 left in the first quarter of the game. Frazier outside. And let's go to a rundown of the best point guards from the free throw line over the course of the last month. Here is your 2K leaderboard. And you look at Augustine, second in the NBA. So great from the line.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league. And that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
You know, but even so, don't take for granted what this group has done at the free throw line. They deserve a ton of credit for the work they've put in to achieve that level of consistency and excellence.
That one is no good. Clippers leading by 3. Outside Williams. Kicks it to Harrell. Back to Williams. To end the cold streak. Nice D from Frazier. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a career high in scoring, Doris, for Terrence Ross last season.
Boy, he thrived in the instant offense role off the bench. This guy unleashed into an aggressive, assertive, shot-hunting scorer. What a season he had.
And the first one drops. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
To the inside. Harrell, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 4.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Ross. Here's Birch. Now here's Ross. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Utah. Here's Frazier. The good-looking shot from the wing. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. That's tipped. Paul George, he's been the guy. The Clippers in the lead. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Magic, Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustine. And there's Mohamed Bamba. Then there's Frazier. And it's Birch in at the center position. Now here is Augustine. Following the miss by Montrezl Harrell. And here's Augustine. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 3 on the clock. Ross for 3. Bamba kicks to Augustine. Frazier outside. Here's Bamba. He nails it, and we're tied up. Bamba's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Magic. And Los Angeles guys shooting well, 50% from the floor. Williams against Ross. Williams can't hit.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you.
You have to know when to simply catch and shoot, and it serves Terrence Ross very well that time.
Outside Williams. Here's Magruder. Frazier covering. Kept alive. Harrell. And a missed layup.
You love the anticipation there. Made sure to box out, knew where the ball was going, and doesn't let anyone impede him from pulling in the glass.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible-to-check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
And Orlando making a change here. Owandu's checked in, and Frazier drops them both. Clippers trail by 3. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Green finds Williams. Knocked away. Passes it to Shamet. Shoots the 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Owandu. 9 points last game. Augustine passes to Birch. Shoots over Shamet. Hits the jump hook. Birch has got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic.
Well, DJ Augustine has been around this league a long time. He does not miss open teammates.
Now, here's Shamet. He's tightly guarded. And the pass to Magruder. On the wing, Williams. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Williams has got 5 now.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Here's Augustine. And the rejection by Harrell. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Back to Williams. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Up top, Frazier. He's covered by Shamet. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Here's Augustine. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Man, Frazier covering. Man passes to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And Augustine kicks to a 1-2. Frazier outside. Pass to Augustine. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Augustine's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Williams. 5 to shoot. Another one falls for the Clippers.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Now Augustine, he's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the rejection by Harrell. And Los Angeles with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Harrell. Paul George comes in for Rodney Magruder. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Lou Williams. Then for the Magic, Vukovich, he's checked in for Kem Birch. Aaron Gordon comes in for Bamba. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Frazier. Shot clock at 6. Augustine against Beverly. Augustine, no luck. LA's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And he's known as the Claw. Kawhi Leonard doors with some of the biggest hands in the NBA.
Well, consider, Kevin, that hand is over 11 inches from thumb to pinky. That's 52% wider than the normal hand. Basically, his hands correspond to a person who would be almost 9 feet tall. Incredible.
And big men who can shoot really changes the dynamic of your offense.
It's almost gotten to the point where you have to be able to hit that face-up jumper nowadays. Very few exceptions to that rule.
Count that one. Leonard's got 8.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Now here is Augustine. Outside Fournier to the middle. Zubac against Vukovich. Here's a 1-2. Orlando getting another chance here. And the rejection by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Augustine. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Now here is Augustine. Passes it to Gordon. To the paint. Tries from 10. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
They get it back. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Fultz, he's checked in for the Magic.
What's up?
Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Now, here's Fournier. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Right side, George. Zubac with it. Back to George. He kicks to Leonard. Step back shot. Fournier pulls it down. The Magic trail by 9. Now here's Fultz. He's got 6. Will it go? The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. There's the 3. It's good from long range.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And the last...
Making a change here as well. Ross is checked in. Outside Fournier. Kicks it to Ross. Just 5 to shoot. Tries a 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
The Magic trail by 11. Fultz looking around. Ross for 3. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George. Vukovich with the rebound. Vukovich has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Fultz. He's got 6. There's the pass to Gordon. Ross on the wing from past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Pass to Leonard. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
1:02 left in the first half. Poked away. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. George with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
from outside the arc. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Fultz. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, you've got to value the possession. They've given up 6 points off of turnovers this quarter alone.
So, for the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Zubac, and Landry Shamet subbed in for George. Now, here's Beverly, guarded by Fultz. And it's Beverly missing. The Magic trailed by 19. It's Fournier on the wing. Ross dishes to Fournier. Now Fultz. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Oh, and that's just a great defensive effort there by Beverly. He is all hustle.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Has the ability to answer right back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. It's his first trip to the line.
And 74%, so-so. We probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
2 shots.
Two.
And he makes the first. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Clippers leading by 18. Pass to Leonard. Now George. Shades over Fournier, and there's George. That's good on the assist from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. And it's Fultz with the ball for Orlando. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Fournier finds Gordon. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. He can't get it to go. Los Angeles is gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Pass to George. Six to shoot. Back to Leonard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, Kawhi Leonard has zero fear. In fact, contact, it doesn't deter him at all.
And the Raptors went all in trading for Kawhi Leonard last season, Doris. Great talent surrounding him in Toronto, but this past summer, he decided to move on.
But, Kevin, a championship makes the gamble worthwhile if you were Toronto. For Kawhi, any team he plays on is going to have a chance to win. And now this young man, a champion, starts a new chapter.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, you think back to draft day in 2011. It was quiet then. It became loud as his career went on. But the Spurs get the draft rights to Kawhi Leonard on that day for George Hill. Incredible.
Here's a 1-2. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Down low, Vukovich, and Vukovich throws it down.
Vukovich knows who he is. This guy is a close scorer, legit threat to finish it with authority.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. It's stolen by Fultz. Fournier with the ball. George picks him up, and it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Outside Gordon. Dishes it to Fultz. Shot clock at 5. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Vukovich. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
This guy's so polished inside. Nikola Vukovich, great at being assertive and earning these fouls.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And 2019, Nikola Vukovich becomes a first-time All-Star. No doubt his best season, and what a timely one to have it in a contract year.
Williams, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And both free throws good for Vukovich. And a big new contract for Vukovich, rewarding his breakthrough season. Doris, in your mind, how has he improved?
Well, you can look specifically at his scoring and his shooting percentages, both going up dramatically. He showed comfort inside and outside the arc. This guy has become a go-to offensive weapon. Vukovich, a first-time All-Star last year. Can he continue to build on it?
Here's Fultz. Paul George making his last shot. Looking to get back on track here. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Harrell. Los Angeles leading by 21. Here's Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 19 points.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Inside, he's looking for Leonard and finds him. Augustine with it. The dish to Gordon. The pass to Vukovich. He kicks to Fournier. Great D that time from Leonard.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
To tell you, Kevin, that's Paul George with true strength on the take, not allowing anyone to get in his way.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here is Augustine. Pass to Vukovich. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. Passes it to Mann. Back to Williams. The pass to Mann. Outside Leonard. Puts up a 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Vukovich has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Fournier. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 3 assists in the game. Clippers leading by 22. Williams dishes to Leonard. Rebounded by Vukovich. Vukovich has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got 5 points so far.
That's the quickness of DJ Augustine. Put it on the deck, get to the driving game. Really nicely done.
Williams against Frazier. And the shot is good. 12 points for him.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Fournier following the score by Lou Williams. And here's Fournier. Knocked loose. Here's Frazier. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
This is an important ability for Mo Bamba to have, right? Score on the move. Put it on the deck. Make sure you take advantage of all that length on the drive.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 19. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Outside Fournier. He feeds it to Vukovich. Back to Fournier. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Left side Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 14 points for Lou Williams.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Now here is Augustine. He has 5. He's feeling it. Offensive rebound. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Leonard's got 21 in the game.
Well, an all-star willing to do all kinds of dirty work on the offensive end. Kawhi mixing it up.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Good time. How about the numbers for Fournier? Averaging about 19 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Now here is Augustine. He has 5.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Shamet the pass to Harrell. That one, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Augustine in the corner. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Shamet on the wing. He's guarded by Ross. And Green gets it to go.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
they've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Augustine against Williams. Now here is Augustine. Tight defense on him. Birch. Offensive rebound. Great D that time from Harrell.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Augustine looking around. Outside Fournier. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine. Augustine's got 4 assists now tonight. Now, here's Shamet. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Williams. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Has to be smarter, guys. I mean, we all know he can make that shot, but the defense was in his grill.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Well, let's remember, Mo Bamba is 7 feet tall. He is a challenge for the defense to get a good contest.
7-footers typically challenged as far as mobility. But, Doris, you look at Mo Bamba. He appears to be very fluid.
Well, he's listed at 7 feet. He's actually 7'1" in shoes. And despite that height, Kevin, as you mentioned, Mo Bamba is a very fluid athlete. He's got exceptional feet, tremendous upside for Bamba.
He misses the free throw.
So the term unicorn has arisen for shot blockers who can also space the floor. Mo Bamba on that list, guys.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. And he ends up missing both free throws. And coming in, Mo Bamba comparing his game to that of Joel Embiid's. Doris, you see that?
Well, I've heard others mention Rudy Gobert with a three-point shot, and that might be a closer comparison. We're going to have to watch and see what Mo Bamba hangs his hat on both the offensive and defensive end. Comparison's a bit early at this point.
Here's Magruder, who's guarded by Fournier. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
The Clippers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. For the Magic, Aaron Gordon comes in for Cam Birch. And it's Fultz in for Evan Fournier. .157 left in the third. Ball's knocked loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Back to Bamba. Kicks it to Ross. Just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. They get it again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, he knows and understands, Mo Bamba, that it's his job to grab rebounds, get on the backboards, and work hard.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Harkless is checked in.
One shot.
Boy, guys, when you think about Mo Bamba setting the record at the NBA Draft Combine, a 7'10", eye-popping wingspan, and amongst his draft class, he had the longest standing reach. So we are talking about a big-time, long athlete here.
Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. 1:09 left to play in the third. Pass to Ross. Clock at 6. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 5th rebound in this one. Beverly against Augustine. Shamet on the wing. From 17 feet out, that one falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Ross. Rebound by Harrell.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Shamet kicks to Beverly. He dishes it to Harrell. Pass to Harkless. Floats it up there for Harrell. The alley-oop layup. Very well done.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Orlando, Bamba is out there with Jefferson, and there's Fultz. Then it's Johnson, and it's Maggette in at the point. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Well, this guy knows it's his role to get his guys going. Fultz doing a nice job moving the ball.
Robinson passes to Shamet. Here's Zubac. Again, Los Angeles.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
The Magic shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Now, here is Maggette. He's covered by Shamet. And the pass to Fultz. Pulls up on the wing. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Now, here is Maggette. Markelle Fultz unable to get his last shot to go. And the rejection by Zubac.
Magic ball.
And the Magic making a change here. Frazier's checked in. Bamba kicks to Frazier. Just 4 to shoot. Johnson at the elbow. Out on his own on the break. Here's Mann. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
I think, Greg, this is what we call, quote, running a team off the floor. They have been fantastic in transition.
Here is Frazier. The Clippers getting the bucket. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Helps teams if they can keep the rights to their best player. We see it in other leagues. Could the franchise tag ever make its way, do you think, to the NBA?
Well, this is going to be a negotiation point between the Players Association and the league itself. And the reality is it's going to have to be negotiated. What we know unequivocally, Kevin, is that these players now in the player empowerment era have more control about what franchise they play for and how long the duration of their contract is. How this all shakes out remains to be seen, but it is a point of conversation amongst the 30 NBA teams and the league leadership. There's no question about it.
He doesn't get the second one.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And that one's good. Shamet.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
And it's the Magic with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Maggette kicks to Frazier. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Shamet the pass to Robinson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Man, Frazier covering. Man. Jefferson against Green. Pass to Man. Over Frazier. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Pass to Johnson. Doris, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Good on the triple.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this, Greg. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Clippers able to drain the 3. Maggette kicks to Jefferson. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Robinson misses.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Johnson, the pass to Maggette. Here's Bamba. Jefferson on top. And the rejection by Zubac.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Robinson misses.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Johnson, the pass to Bamba. He doesn't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Out to the right wing. Robinson for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Robinson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Shamet. The teardrop falls in. Shamet's got 4 this quarter.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Passes it to Jefferson. Back to Frazier. Got a piece of it. Robinson against Johnson. Robinson misses.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Johnson dishes to Jefferson. Robinson against Maggette. Back to Jefferson. To the inside. Here's Bamba. Another miss by Orlando. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-3 run. Shamet. The Clippers rebound. Man. Frazier covering. Here's Green. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Bamba. Rebound by the Clippers.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Well, what a job by Mo Bamba to get to his area. Get on the interior, pick your spots. Mo Bamba does just that.
Over to the wing. Back to Shamet. He kicks it to Green. Shoots. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
A shot by Frazier, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now here's Frazier. Maggette outside. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more 3-point attempts than 2-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more 3-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim and 3-point shots, and everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
And the Clippers have possession after the Magic pick up 2.
Well, I think he's known as a pick-and-roll defender, but Patrick Patterson taking advantage on the offensive end. Good timing, good execution.
Now here's Frazier. Inside, outside for Jefferson. Over Robinson. Jefferson's shot is off.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Robinson against Jefferson. Robinson passes to Mann. Back to Robinson. Fires the 3. He goes up again, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, this is a way for Patrick Patterson to generate some offense. Be aggressive, get to the free throw line. If he can do this on a consistent basis, look out.
2 shots.
Two shots.
The first one falls. Notice in basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Now, here's Bamba. Rob. 1:56 left in the game. Man, he's guarded by Johnson. And it's Zubac atop the key. 5 on the clock. Bamba! Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Magic. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Now Maggette. Beyond the arc, and the rejection by Zubac.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched him all night long. No one could really stop him. Just another excellent game it was for Leonard.
He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 20-7 run. To the right side. Zubac kicks to Magruder. Back to Zubac. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
At the line for your Clippers, Ivica Zubac. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes the first but misses the second. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Paul, it looked like everybody was having fun, but it looked like you were really feeling it.